Hello and welcome to this week's coffee vlog. So it's now Friday, I think is it the 18th today? 18th of January 2019. Heading home in a little bit of sleet. So the cold weather is approaching. Well, actually it's been cold the last few days. Last couple of mornings -2 when I set off for work, which is pretty darn cold for us. In fact, the car yesterday morning, I think it was, yeah, it was yesterday morning, it was -2. It took it ages to actually start up, which is the first time it's ever done that. Normally I press the button and it just goes zoom and starts up. I pressed the button and nothing happened, and the orange sort of engine outline appeared in the display. I'm assuming it was preheating the engine, as you have to do with diesels all the time anyway, but normally it's pretty quick to preheat itself. But I think, yes, it was a little bit too cold yesterday. It seemed to take ages. I was starting to think it wasn't going to do it, then all of a sudden it kicked in. So that wasn't so bad. We're taking a little bit of a different route because I'm going to the post office to drop the mail off, and then we can go to the garage, and then we can finally get home. And must remember to at some point send myself Mr. Nellis's words of wisdom. So yeah, it's been a kind of mixed bag of a week, to be honest. I mean, it's been relatively busy work-wise for January. Normally this is a cold and more our quiet period, but it's not been so bad. That's little fits and spurts, but it's been okay. I seem to have plenty of inquiries going on at the moment as well, so that's always good. Last weekend, let's see what happened. Friday night, went to Words with Witty show, 7, Barbarella show, 8, 9. There wasn't really a helpy show. I turned up, it just ended up a talk about coffee show with coffee, because there wasn't really anyone around for whatever reason. So yeah, we just had a little bit of a hangout, talk about coffee and stuff, which is cool, you know, it was alright. And then, of course, after that, Playhouse time. So headed over to the Playhouse. Oh, stuffy, I'm going. All night. So,
warning, K-band,
yes,
radar,
I know.
speed.
Went to the Playhouse. I don't know if I lasted until 1, or certainly until the end of it, because I don't really remember. I just know I woke up on Saturday. I was like, did I finish the Playhouse? No, I don't know. I do know I went to bed at some point because I woke up in bed. So, but oh, shuts up a minute, you. So yeah, and it was quite a good show. I think we did quite well. Who's that beeping at me? I was just down there. I think someone not going through the lights when I should do. So Saturday, pretty average day, really. Didn't do much. Went shopping in the afternoon with the boy. That was about it. Sunday, went swimming again. Won't do that again. So went swimming. We had to wait. Would you believe we had to wait at the swimming baths? It was full. First time that's happened. The baths were actually full. We had to wait 10 minutes, and it was an in and out basis. So we had to sit and wait for someone to leave the bath so we could go in. It was that full. It wasn't full when we left because we could stay in until it shuts right at the end. We're the last ones in. They have to turf us out of the pool. So yeah, that was That was Sunday, and then on to Monday, back to work. I say it's been pretty busy. And then Monday night, it was the very first of the coffee break shows. My very own Discord show. How's that going, eh? So yeah, it was pretty good. I was impressed. There's quite a few people turned up. And we had a really good discussion in the end. Ended up going on for about 3 hours in the end, which I thought was pretty impressive. So plenty of people chatting and whatever else and going through stuff. So yeah, that went well actually. Kind of enjoyed that. So that'll be back this Monday again. The trouble is, of course, after a while I'm going to run out of things to talk about. I'm going to have to pre-plan something. Of course I do need it to be I'm going to get the post office here. We don't want to miss the post office, do we? That'd be a bad thing. Right, he's going there, so that's alright. Follow that little car to the post office. He's stopping down there. And you're going to go all the way up here. Spin it round in this bit. Ready for the spinning. And then, because everyone's parked in the chuffing way because they're annoying, well, I'm not even going to bother. I'm going to be seconds, literally. Right. Okay, so dropped off the look, loads of spaces now. Isn't it always the way? So yeah, dropped off the post. Obviously, our mail is franked through a franking machine, and so that you can't just put it in normal post boxes. It has to go in a frank mail box if you can find one, or you drop it off in town at the post office, which is now part of WH Smith's in Halifax, very helpfully. So normally it gets walked down about 4:30 because they finish about 5, I think, at the post office there. If you don't catch that, then you've got to drop it at the sub post office there, the sorting office in town, and you got till 6 for there before they shut. So we got in, and you don't have to queue up because that's where people normally go to pick up their undelivered mail and things. But they've got a little slot at the end you can shove your parcels and frank mail through, and it goes into a little bucket the other side. So just threw that through and then back out again, and we're on our way. So now back to the petrol station, go and drop off the Hermes parcels. Been a bit of a steady week with parcels for Hermes, to be honest. Had a couple of big days, but on the whole it's been pretty much alright. If you can hear a rattling, I've got some ladders next to me on the passenger seat. Well, I mean, it's running from front to back, but I mean, they're rested on the top of the passenger seat to get them to fit in. Not for me, I'm not up ladders this weekend, but the neighbour wants to borrow them for some decorating on the stairs, I think. And these ones where you can have mixed levels or whatever. So, ooh, bus. Ooh, but it's a bit narrow, no big things either side of me then. Let's get up here. This one's going to go and try and zoom in out. No. And then see if we can get over here before. It goes with these blacked out windows. So yeah, first show was with not words with Whitty, the coffee break. Well, it was with Whitty, and joined in. We had to cut out a bit. Seems unfortunate timing with because it's only, I mean, I did it 10 PM UK, make it a bit late, but it's still only like 3 in the afternoon or something in certain areas, or I think it was 4 or 5 for him, but it kind of clashed with something with his kids anyway. So, but I mean, he was there for a bit, and he had one of his daughters, Freya, in the car. I kept saying, bye bye daddy, bye bye daddy. Apparently she was saying bye bye to all the cars they were passing that they were driving from when they're going. It was very amusing. So yeah, that was that. Tuesday didn't really do much. I've been catching up on previous Grand Tours, because tonight, of course, it's the start of the 3rd series of Grand Tour. I'll be watching that probably tomorrow night. But yes, because I knew it was coming up, I thought I'm going to catch up on some of the old ones. So I watched all of Series 2 again, and then that was Tuesday and Wednesday, and last night I started on Series 1, which I know is a bit backwards, but I missed some of Series 2 in the end, just because I ended up doing other things really, and not watching it. So, oh dear, we're going to be in trouble because these aren't coned off for a change. Right, gonna go in, get these done, and then be back with Mr. Nice's words of wisdom. And here comes the snow. It's starting already. Let's do Mr. Nice's words of wisdom quickly, and then get home before we get snowed in. Oh, someone behind. I think he's doing what I'm doing. He's going in, so that's all right. Right, we're good. Right, quickly. Things to talk about on your vlog by Mr. Nice. He's watched The Borrowers and Batman starring Michael Keaton, good films. The Paris Explosion, yeah, bakery. Must have been some impressive cakes. Me as I've been to Bradford Industrial Museum on Saturday. Oh, lovely, very good. He's also been to the Catch with his mum on Sunday evening, and Lightcliff Tea Rooms for lunch on Monday. We did have a delivery. I didn't take it though this week for them. He sang A Wonderful World by Louis Armstrong at the Feathers Pub on Tuesday evening, and he watched Inside Hitler's Bunker. I bet that was fascinating, Richard. Ghostbusters 3 coming in 2020. Rod Stewart tribute coming to Venue 73 at Brighouse on Saturday, the 13th of April. I went to Jeremy's on the Boathouse last night, actually, in Brighouse, to drop their coffee off. They were desperate. Popeye's 90th anniversary this past Thursday. The death of Carol Channing. How can you not do morning vlogs anymore? And McHartlin returning. Well, he may be. I don't know if he will or not. So let's get going before everyone else pops out. Ooh, he's raw power. I've been watching far too much of. No, he hasn't got no light. Oh yeah, someone's flagging in. Far too much of the Grand Tour of Jeremy Clarkson, of course. So they are morning vlogs, Richard. How can I not do them? But the trouble with mornings is they're kind of a bit of a hassle for me, mate. You know, I've got to get up, sort half the family out, get myself into the car, get to work in kind of a hurry, because I've got to get there before everyone else turns up, because otherwise they have to stand outside and get cold, which they don't like. So, no, morning vlogs, it's a bit of a thing. I mean, even if I do them, the chances are it's going to be a lot quicker than this one. And then when do I try and fit in your words of wisdom? Because literally, you know, going to work, get in the car, drive straight to work, at work, done. With no gap in between to stop and sort of do your words of wisdom, whereas the garage is a handy spot in the middle to do those. So I don't know, Richard, it's just a little bit, it's easier to do it on an evening like this. Plus I've got a bit of the day to try and maybe think about what I'm going to talk about. I never actually do that because I'm always busy working, and then I just never plan it, and this becomes just me whittering on pretty randomly, much as it was for the Coffee Break Discord show. You know, it's just me whittering on about nothing and something altogether. But there you are, it seemed to go down well. People enjoyed it, people turned up, which is good. Whether they'll turn up next week, having experienced the nothingness of it, I don't know. Which actually reminds me, I need to give some cards away at some point. Steam Monsters. So yes, a new round of Steam Monsters is out, a new season and whatever. So I got 50 cards the last round because I've played my way up so far. So that's pretty good when you can earn all these cards, and of course they are sellable again. But you do have to play a lot, and you do have to invest in a fair amount of cards to get you to be able to play decent enough to win, to get higher up in the first place. So it's a bit of a mixed bag. We're going to start seeing a bit more of the snow now because we're getting higher. This is the thing that happens. You see, I live quite high up comparatively to Halifax where we've left. So as we climb in altitude, we're going to see the snow thicken, I imagine. Temperature's 2 degrees at the moment, the car's saying still, so it's not freezing, but it's pretty nippy. Going to have to get colder for it to settle, I think, but it's starting to look a bit slushy on some of the cars that are perhaps not moved all day and haven't got warm. So we'll see how we get on. So yes, I've been watching plenty of the Grand Tour this week. That's been my thing for the week. Tonight, aim is good home. It's 10 to 6 now. I forgot to say that when we set off, actually, what time it was. I'm leaving pretty early, but I had to catch the post, you see, so not a lot of choice. And yeah, get home, get settled, ready for Words for Witty. Got about an hour to wait, so I'll probably chill out with some catch up on some comments. I haven't done many comments this week because I've just been having a bit of a, like I said, it's been sort of hanging out this week. It looks a bit snowy on that far side path for some reason. I don't know if that's not warmed up at all today or something. I got the car washed yesterday. It's been needing it for like months and months. It was really grotty, badly grotty. Of course, I'm now going to regret it, seeing as it's wet and the gritters have been out, so it's just going to get covered in salt again. So it looked absolutely stunning shiny for all of one day. Marvellous. But, you know, what can you do? It's the weather it is. I can't just wait until April to get it washed. God, the truck was eager to come out and attack me. There's a big queue of cars coming down this way, isn't there? The garage says he was busy. He got a queue. He said there's a lady, a Mercedes had got the oil light on, so she'd bought some oil, gone out, and she couldn't open the oil filler cap, so she got in and asked him to help. There's only him there, so of course he couldn't serve people while he was out trying to replace her oil cap, and he said he couldn't do it. Told her she's going to have to go and find a garage, well, you know, a proper fix-it garage, not just a petrol station, and ask the server guy. He said it was absolutely, it was like it had been jammed on. I wonder if someone's threaded the filler cap or something when they put it on. Either that or they just tighten it that tight, no one can get it off unless you get some mole grips or something on it. So yeah, he tried his best, he said, but you know, he couldn't spend all night out there while everyone's trying to fill up, and he just said it's got all busy all of a sudden. He thinks as soon as the snow started, it's like everyone's like, dive home in case we get snowed in. So I don't know how much we're due to get. I think it's supposed to snow on and off all weekend, but yeah, this is it. I'm starting to see it on the cars now. So we've reached altitude, high up the uplands of Bradford. So yeah, it's not. Yeah, I'm tired. I don't know why I'm tired actually. I've had buckets of sleep this week, but having all that sleep, I mean, I didn't get a lot on Monday night. Actually, Sunday night or Monday night, I was pretty poor on sleep. Tuesday, got a good 7 hours. Wednesday, got a good 7 hours. Last night, I think I got 8 hours. which is a lot for me, really. But yeah, I'm still feeling a bit sort of, don't know. I was really tired this morning, which I thought was really odd. I was like, well, why on earth would I be this tired when I've had so much sleep? Oh, go on. Go on, what are you doing? You're waiting for this one? Oh, stuff you then. Look at it. Snow's falling. It's all very Christmassy, even though it's January. So, I've got nothing else exciting to say, to be honest. Which is a bit poor show, isn't it, really? We can just admire the snowy view instead. It's getting very snowy on the paths now. Ooh, exciting. They are up here now. It's snowing heavier. And not to worry, because I'm just going to get in home and stop there. Right, where are you going? Oh, you're going there, I see. Come on. And the bus, marvellous, the bus. Of course, that's what I wanted, was the bus. I was thinking, what I need now is to be behind the bus. Yoink. Oh, police. So yes, nothing else exciting to say at all. I'm sorry about that, but that's just how it is. You know, I can't help it. I can't make exciting things to happen. Right, this guy, you're gonna have to wait, because I'm coming. I'm coming. Ha. And round here. Snow on the bins, on the cars, everywhere. Wow. It's really snowed out, as it were. Snow much fun. Oh, it's quite thick on these cars now. You see, when you get a bit of altitude, you get high up. Hey. Oh, it's quite thick. Look at it. Oh, exciting. Bit of snow. So, yeah, that's pretty much me done. Get backed up, get in the warm, and not worry about the snow falling out here. Marvellous. So, I hope you have a good weekend and week next week. Mr. Nellis, be sure to inform me if Bob Bell has done any videos. I don't know if he has or not, because I'm a bit naughty and haven't been looking. I've got Darren Gate. I should watch some of Darren's actually, because he's left a few comments I haven't replied to and all sorts, but you know, I'm busy. So busy. So, but anyway, right, look at all. Look at that snow. It's just everywhere. Whoa. It'll be snow drifts tomorrow. At least I'll have some good pictures to take for my blog. That's the thing, isn't it? Right, have a good weekend. Week next week. I'll catch you in next week's coffee vlog. Okay, see ya.